Welcome back, everyone. I'll go and show you exactly a few different ways that you can tell if your iPhone screen is authentic or if it's not authentic at all. Now, Apple has a couple articles they pushed out, but essentially the main way you can tell if screen is authentic or not is flipping it to the side. And to be honest, for me, this is how I always tell: is to look at the screen and see if there's any protruding things going on. If the screen is like bulging out at all or anything like that, sometimes this can actually be indicator that the screen has been, replaced, or if it's at least not an authentic screen. Most of the time, if it's sticking out, so the person could have dropped it and it maybe sticked out a little bit. But that's the very first thing I'd recommend doing, is locating the corners, especially if it's a newer iPhone, seeing if it feels like it's been pried out, or seeing if there's any grooves or messes or marks on the side of it. That's one way I've been able to tell if an iPhone has an authentic screen or not. And most of my iPhones with inauthentic screens, that's basically the main thing. Now, on top of that, if you have an iPhone that is an iPhone 7 or iPhone 8 or the Plus versions or even an iPhone SE 2, your iPhone, if it has a replacement screen, it may not have a functional home button. So if you notice that your iPhone doesn't work, the home button doesn't work, or you bought it with an not working home button, it could mean that the display is actually probably not working. But the same can be said for these type of iPhones with a notch. So if you have an iPhone like an iPhone 12 and somebody was able to replace the screen, sometimes the Face ID may actually not be working. So the only iPhones that maybe can get away with this are like the iPhone 6s and below, and the iPhone SE, the first generation, because those home buttons still work. They're not tied to the display. But the display and the Face ID and the display and the home button for those iPhone 7 and above are actually tied to the specific device. So what I would recommend doing here is just looking at the Face ID and making sure that works. If Face ID works or the home button works on those type of iPhones, and Touch ID, the fingerprint sensor, works, then you're probably good to go. It's probably not an inauthentic screen or an ungenuine screen or whatever. But if those specific things don't work in that case, but that is a pretty big indicator that that specific display probably is a ingenuine screen in my opinion. So those are the main ways that I've been able to tell if a display is real or not. Sometimes if you're able to look at that iPhone display and another iPhone that's genuine and see if there's any differences, then that's an easy way to tell too. But those are the main ways to tell if a display is, ingenuine in my opinion. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that means so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.